Alright guys, we're outside Old Trafford, just seen Manchester United beat Young Boys of Switzerland 1-0. That means we are into the knockout stages of the Champions League. But guys, I am afraid to tell you that that is where the positives end. Today's performance was absolutely abysmal. And it feels so weird as a Manchester United fan, someone who's been coming here to watch United play for years now. I've been a United fan all my life, but it feels weird for me to come out of a game where we've won in the last minute 1-0 in a crucial Champions League tie and not to be blindly optimistic and just excited and bouncing, because the performance today was that bad. It felt like a game that we all knew on paper that our team is better than theirs. So it does suggest that something is going on in those players' heads in terms of confidence, in terms of intent to actually go forward and wrap that game up. We actually didn't start horrendously, but then from there on in, it felt like we had control of the game and no clinical intent to actually finish it and actually get a goal. Young Boys, I felt, had just as good a chances as us in that game, and if it wasn't for a genius save from David De Gea, they could well have been 1-0 up and could have set things up to be very different here for us tonight. It took a last-minute winner, unsurprisingly, from Fellaini, just because he makes a nuisance for himself, doesn't he? He used his hand to control it, and he finished a scuffy shithouse finish. It's what it was, I'm sorry, but it was. And we got the win that we didn't really deserve today, and that's a real indication as to where Manchester United are today. I've been speaking to people here tonight on Fancams, and a lot of people have been saying, you know, can you name a player in that Young Boys lineup? Maybe it's my own ignorance, but I can't. And we didn't play like a team that were better than them today, I'm afraid. It was dire at times. But when you start a midfield of Matic, who played the whole 90 minutes today, and I just don't get how he's still staying in the team. I want some sort of explanation from Jose at this point as to why Nemanja Matic is staying in the team, because I do not understand it. But you're playing like players like Matic and Fellaini in midfield. Do you remember last season when we went out to Sevilla in this competition? And you remember Fellaini starting that game, and he shouldn't have, and the pure lack of movement in the midfield in that game. We've not learned from the mistakes that we were making last season. Jose's not learned from the mistakes that he could see in front of them, probably because through his own arrogance, they weren't mistakes. So it really does leave us in a difficult position. I mean, positive, of course, into the next round of the Champions League, but I'm sorry, guys, I really cannot see us getting far in this competition. As soon as we come up against a team of any real substance, I can see us doing the business against us, and I hate to be too negative after we've just got a big win like that. But going forward now, guys, I've spoken to a lot of people on the fan cams you're about to hear who think we should get rid of the manager, you know, right now. That's going to fix our problems. If we get rid of the manager now and we actually bring someone in who we intend to keep the job for longer than 6 months, we're giving them a massive ask, because they've only got a January transfer window where, I hate to quote Fergie here when he's almost defending the Glazers, but there's no real value in the market in January, is there really? It's a mammoth task if we were to bring in another manager in, to expect them to actually have a positive summer after what could potentially happen this season. I say you keep the manager until the end of the year, because I can't see a big change in the management changing too much in our season now. But Jose's the manager. Let's get to the end of the season. I think it's going to be a bit of a write-off this year. I'll be honest, guys. I can't see us getting top 4. I can't see us going far in this competition. But we're into the next round. That is the most negative review you're ever going to hear from a Man United game where we've won in the last minute. I apologise, but there weren't exactly limbs there in that after that goal. Guys, thank you very much for watching. All the fan cams are on the way. Make sure you get your comments in below. Complain, rant, disagree with me. Get it all off your chest. Subscribe. We are below. Get on it.